Good day, mate.
That was you weren't wearing that a minute ago, mate.
No, I weren't, but I wanted to surprise you as well as these.
You've done me in there. Welcome to Fortunes Island, Down Under TV. We are doing a Claret and Booze combo today. Me and Mickey, the youth of the channels. We're on.
Hello, Cobber.
Hello, Cobber. So come on and give us your best Australian accent, mate. Come on.
I ain't really got one, but I'll do it like this.
What's your favourite, Home and Away or Neighbours?
I like Neighbours, but I like the theme tune that Home and Away better.
Yeah, because you can sing to it.
Yeah, closer each day.
Kylie or Danny?
Oh, do you know what? I used to have a Danny calendar when I was younger, but she was totally naked in it as well, fully naked.
Fuck off.
Yeah, no, honestly, I promise you, fully naked Danny Minogue. So I think I'm gonna have to go with her.
Did you get that calendar from the same place you bought that fucking microphone?
Do you know who got me that calendar? Me mum and dad.
That's blinding, mate. All right. So last night's show for you lot was absolute comedy gold, mate. It was brilliant.
How
was it for you?
Oh, my eyes are still hurting me. My eyes are still hurting me. Like it was it was a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like I couldn't breathe when I was laughing so much and just genuinely crying. It was a good show. It is a funny show last night. Gary
and John got absolutely caned last night, bless them. But they took it all in good jest. You've got to, haven't you? You have to.
Oh, you need to have thick skin because, like, the chat's brilliant. The chat's brilliant. Some of the stuff that they say, like, we enjoy it because that's our sort of personality. Do you know what I mean? So you can't be a snowflake on that because if you are, you take it to heart.
You can't do something like this if you're not going to expect something like that. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's exactly right.
Like you put your face out there or your head, John, and you just have to expect it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 5-head John, say 4-head, but he's got an extra one.
Oh, that's blinding, mate. Massive win at the weekend, wasn't it?
Beautiful win as well, wasn't it? So enjoyable.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, you go, mate.
No, like you've just covered it like you said. We covered it last night. It was just it's just enjoyable to watch when it's like that. Like just just not sitting back, just going a bit more progressive. And what makes me you must have heard it yourself, like a few months ago, like the Moisiners, if you like, what they say, when they were saying they give you an ultimatum, would you rather play attacking football and lose or play as we are but get results? Well, then the last two games have showed you differently. Do you know what I mean? You can have the best of both worlds, and that's what it's been like,
mate. Yeah, I mean, I was one of them ones, mate. I've said from day dot, if it just because you're playing good football, don't mean that you ain't going to get the results. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's good.
And when you've got fuck it now,
I've got to take this off, haven't I?
You're actually making me feel warm, mate.
I'm freezing here.
It's like fucking 40-degree heat here, man. You see fucking sweat coming down my face. But yeah, so I mean, as I said, you don't have to play bad football and fucking get results. We can play decent football, play it expansively, and it was fucking a pleasure to watch last night, man. Like,
well, right, as you say, sorry, mate, as you say, like, we've been playing boring football, but not getting the results anyway. Like, we might be nicking a 1-0 win here and now, but we're still conceding like near on 2 goals every game, playing a low block, if you like, or, as John says, parking the bus or defensive football. So it wasn't really working for us. We even look so much better defensively when we're more progressive.
Oh, definitely, mate. And especially like coming up to the game what we got on Thursday, right? We have got a front three there that could trouble anyone. Yeah. And I think it's just as good as, I'm going to put it out there, I do think it's just as good as the Mane, Firmino and Salah three. Like the way they started playing against Wolves, I've got no doubt that if them three start clicking, them three can be just as good as them three.
Yeah, I'd say that. I think they're just as exciting as them, for sure. We just, from what I see, we don't really. I know Paqueta goes on to the left, but we haven't got anyone when he's playing that. We ain't got no one sort of hugging that left, if you like a Mane would have done. So we do tend to be middle and right. But it's working, and it's working a treat. Like them front three are so exciting to watch. It's what we want. And as you said, they can trouble any defence in any walks of life, like in any league in the world.
Well, last time we played Liverpool, that was actually my birthday, and we all went out to watch it. And Bowen scored that header, didn't he? He got in front of Van Dijk. Do you remember? He's got
great goal. Yeah, great header. He sort of dived, didn't he? And sort of
literally at his feet. Like he gave Van Dijk problems that day. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I do think Bowen will cause a lot of problems up top. But this is what I didn't get, because I actually thought he would struggle against Dawson. I don't know why, because I think it's because all the talk with him having Haaland in his pocket. Do you remember? You know, when Wolves played Man City?
Yeah.
Like, Haaland didn't get a sniff. Dawson was on one. And I just thought this was going to be the sort of game where Dawson would really rise to the occasion and sort of like be like block out, you know, China wall. Like, it's like nothing's going to get through him. But he was awful, I thought, against us the other day.
Well, I think that Bowen's even evolved. I think that he's, you know, he's getting better and he's getting more tricky, and I think that also helps with the sort of players that are around him. So he's going to shine when you've got someone like Paqueta and Kudos doing their thing. It lets Bowen also do more of his thing. So, I think that he's evolved like as a player, Bowen, all round. So I wasn't too surprised, to be fair, because Dawson, as good as he is, and you know, we all love Dawson, of course we do, but he's always not had that pace, and he showed yesterday.
We didn't all love him when he did that fucking cost cut photo shoot when he signed for us at like some fucking Basel and FC or something. Do you know what I mean? Do you remember when we signed him?
Yeah, of course we do. Everyone was screwing. Everyone was screwing. We thought it was another, who's that, Ronnie Johnson or something that we've got. Do you know what I mean? Why's he getting We was expecting a big name, like someone worth like 20 odd million to come in. And then when we thought, well, bargain basement, 2.5 million, well, he's on loan at first. And then 2.5 million for Craig Dawson, who couldn't get in the team at Wolves. We thought, fuck, you know, what's he playing at? But what a player he was ended up being.
What a change around for him, mate. Because and me and the boys, we spoke about it today on the on our pub show, which will be coming out in the next hour. But we spoke about that, and it would have been really good for the club to probably present him with the medal for the Europa League Conference final, because he played in that. And like, our club gets a lot of stick for not looking after players like who have come and gone, and I thought that would have been a really nice touch for him to get sort of like the send off that he didn't really get. Do you know what I mean? And especially as he did play in the competition as well, like and he scored as well. So I thought that would have been a quite nice touch. But that's going off topic anyway. But I would have liked to have seen that, to be honest.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would have done. It's like the same thing with Ginge, and then when he sort of, you know, the service that he put into our club, and they sort of just, when he left, that was it. Do you know what I mean? See you later, mate. And it was,
No, it was a shame. But going into Liverpool then, mate, what's your key battles? What do you reckon?
I'm looking quite forward to it, but also I'm interested in it because, as you were saying last night, I think that we'll have a shot if we play the way we've been playing the last two games and don't revert back to that defensive style. Because I think that everything's a guess at the moment, but I think that they will put out a younger, weaker team because they're now sitting second in the league. They need to concentrate on the league, and I think that they've got, I can't remember who they've got. Yeah, so Arsenal. So they're going to be wanting that. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think, I know Nick said that they're going to take it seriously, Liverpool, but I don't think that they're going to take it as serious as that Arsenal game. I can't see it.
I don't think they can afford to, especially after dropping points to United the other day.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. But then it also says, how serious are we going to take it? You know?
We ain't getting relegated, mate. We have to go for it, in my eyes.
No, well, you'd hope so, wouldn't you? You'd hope so that he's thinking, right. But then also we've got a couple of, we've got a few games coming up in the league that ain't really, it don't look too clever on paper.
Well, we've got, what is it? We've got Man United, Arsenal,
Brighton.
Brighton. Yeah. So that's 3 massive games. So if for me, I go against Liverpool because I would fancy us even a little bit off it against United. I really do.
Well, Nick asked a question last night, so I'll ask you the same question. You probably saw it. Would you rather take, if you had to choose, would you take the win against Liverpool but then lose the next 3 league games, or would you take a loss to Liverpool but then win your next 3 league games?
Okay, now that's a tough one, mate. I think I would. I love a cup, mate. I want another cup. Like, we ain't going to win the league, but we ain't getting relegated. So for me, I'd love to beat Liverpool at their place as well, because it don't happen often.
That was Gary and John's answer as well, the same as yours.
Yeah,
I went different. I did say the league, because then my argument was that, well, yeah, that'd be lovely to get through to the semi-finals, but then you're going to sacrifice the 9 points to maybe not get through and win the cup. I mean, either, to be fair to you, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I'll be buzzing with whatever. But I'll chose the 3 games.
Yeah, no, I would. I'd definitely take the Liverpool win. I think, because I've got so many Liverpool mates as well. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to lose to them. It gets to that point. It's like, I'm fucking sick of seeing people messaging me from Liverpool mates. So for me, I'd say I have to beat Liverpool, mate. It'd probably pain me to see us lose to Arsenal, though. That's for sure.
I think that's going to be our toughest game, the Arsenal game, to be honest with you, because we don't really tend to do well against Arsenal. I know we've just beat them in the cup, but we don't tend to. They seem to be a team that we can play great against, but they end up popping up with a win all the time. It's like a little one of them. But yeah, I'm the same. I'd love to sort of do Arsenal just to see their fans melt down. That's always a great thing to see. But Man United, I fancy us anyway against Man United.
Yeah.
And then Brighton, let's do the double over them. Come on. Do you know what I mean?
Mate, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? Because they fucked us over so many times, man.
Of course they had.
It's madness. But Man United's a big one for us. And for us in Australia, we've actually got a fucking Saturday night game, right? Which doesn't happen often, especially in the last 3 years. So normally, obviously, John knows that I always fucking moan about what time I've got to get up to watch a game of football. But this weekend, we've got 10:30 p.m. kickoff on a Saturday night. Just finished work for the Christmas holidays. I am buzzing. I do want to win that one. I bet
you are. That's the only game I'm missing, because it's on a Saturday. Over here, it's at 12:30 kickoff.
Oh yeah.
I'm working, so then I can't even get off early for it. So I'll be working. I'll miss that totally. I'm gutted. You're loving it, and I'm gutted about it.
You get to go as much as you do, mate. Don't worry about that.
No, I know that, but I'm selfish. I just want it all on my time frame. So
no, it's fucking. It's always good for us to get a Saturday night, mate, because as I say, it don't happen often, and actually we can actually watch it together, because we don't get to watch games together. I just end up watching it in pants on my sofa.
That's nice though, isn't it? Like, it will be a nice, as you said, watch it together, atmosphere and that for you boys. Yeah, it's nice for you when you look at it like that. I think that especially like when we're over here and looking at it, we moan about the early kickoffs and whatnot, but without taking note from about the overseas fans as well, and like how they see it. So it's good for them. It's like when we was moaning a little bit about the pre-season. Some of us was moaning, well, not me, but a lot of West Ham fans were moaning about the pre-season being over Australia so far away. But how often do you get to see that? Do you know what I mean?
I've had a little bit of a thing with another channel, and including Nick, actually. I sort of went in on both of them, because at the end of the day, we don't ever get to fucking see them, right? And I know that we're over here and it's our fucking choice, but what happened is, like, Perth is still 6-hour fucking flight for me from Brisbane. So, like, we had people flying in from everywhere. Perth's still on the other side of the country for us. So we still had to travel 6 hours. So more than you lot would even have to travel to a fucking away game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it cost me a fucking fortune that 5 days, mate. It was just 5 days on the piss. I didn't want to see another beer after that. But it was fucking brilliant, and I wouldn't wouldn't swap it for the world, mate, because we saw Tottenham get smashed by us. So that was good. We've got a few in the chat, mate. I'll just go through these a little bit.
Go on.
West Ham, Ryan, with the firepower, I don't know if we actually need a striker now. Maybe another winger and a CDM for me. What do you reckon there, Mick?
Like I've been saying for ages, I think a striker under the Moyes system, I know it's changed, but it's only been 2 games, so let's see how that goes. But a striker for me under Moyes is a bit of I think it's a bit of a waste. Yeah, I think it's a waste because we don't use them, we don't utilise it as we should do. So I do actually agree with a left winger. And the CDM is important because I think without he showed that JWP can't play CDM. Like he shouldn't be playing that anyway.
No.
And Souček, you know my thoughts on Souček. I love him as a person, but as a player, I don't see what he brings apart from the odd goal here and there. To be fair to you, so I agree with West Ham Ryan on that.
Yeah, I agree too. I think until we get the manager in place that we are looking to go forward with, there's no point in us getting another fucking striker in. There's no point at all. It's just a waste of money in my eyes, big time. Ronnie Bubble took my grandson to his first game yesterday. Chose a good one. Absolute cracking goals. Nice one, Ronnie. That's proper good, mate. Happy days.
What a game.
What a game for your first game. Imagine going Fulham for your first game, though. Fucking hell.
Oh, mate. You'd lost him as a West Ham fan, then he wouldn't want to know, but he's going to be an hammer now.
Funny you say that, right? Because Dave from our show, from our team at Fortune 9 Down Under, he's over there at the moment, and he took his son to his first game, and it was Fulham. 5-0.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I watched that. You did say that, didn't he? Oh, what a first game that is. What 5-0 drubbing, and we was awful. Oh,
I know, it was so bad.
So bad.
It was mental, mate. Ronnie Bubble again. Ain't that question a bit like good football results choice?
What question?
I think he's talking about the would you take Liverpool win over the 3 league games?
No, but yeah, well, with the question about good football versus results, that is a serious question. The Liverpool over the 3 games was a bit more. It was a joking question, like what would you take? It was just about people wanting to do well, and it was just a sort of banter question, that one. But people take that good football versus results question very seriously because that's their argument to keep Moyes. And you know what? To be fair, if he changes it up and we play like the last 2 games, we play like the rest of the season, I'm happy with Moyes to stay until the end of the season. No, until the end of the season. Not a new contract, definitely not. He's got to go.
Fucking hell. If Nicky is watching this right now, mate, you're sacked. I think you're sacked.
Yeah, I'm too good to get sacked.
Don't worry, there's a spare room over here for you, mate. Fucking hell. But you're right though, mate. Like if you carry on playing the way we're playing, like it's hard to. What can you always go back to? Like if we carry on playing the way we're playing without having them games where he dips back into the low block part of the bus, whatever you want to call it, or John calls it, it's hard to actually. It's hard to argue if he carries on with it, isn't it? Like say if we do get there at the end of it, you know what I mean?
Well, like I agree. He's hard to. We'll talk about entertaining football, and it's been entertaining the last 2 games. But I mean, there's definitely more. It's not just about that from Moyes. There's definitely more behind it, like the youth and this, the Harry is and everything. Yeah, it's not. We don't want Moyes in, but you suffer it till the end of the season if he plays like that. What else can you? You can't argue with it. Do you know what I mean? Really, there's no. You can't slaughter him for it, but I'm sure we give it a good try though.
I love how your window I normally see you in the dark, mate. You know what I mean? Like in terms of when I watch you, because it's normally light here, dark there. Not, I didn't mean in the bedroom, like, but normally in the back behind you.
Everyone, right?
I don't know. Well, I won't say anything. But Mrs. is downstairs. Behind you is normally a donkey, but Moyes has turned into a reindeer now.
Yeah, well, it's Christmas, isn't it? I didn't set it up because I said I've only been up for like the last hour or so I didn't put all the donkey up and anything like that. I've just whacked the laptop on and sat here with a cup of tea.
No, I appreciate you coming on, brother. It's always going to be hard to do our shows because it's 10 hours difference here. Ben H, I think Arsenal will win the league, unfortunately. Booting the bollocks if Rice wins the league with those pricks. Oh, mate, I'd be fucking... I don't know if I'd be unhappy. Of course I'd be unhappy, but it's hard, isn't it, that one? I don't know.
I don't really care about the Rice thing. You know, I like Rice. I still like what he's done for us and everything. What do you expect when someone goes to another club? You don't expect him to go, I like it here, but I prefer West Ham. Do you know what I mean? Never going to say
that. You're never going to get that.
No, he's going to do that. You've got to appease the fans. But then...
it's like if you got married and you went, look, I really love you, but I fucking really fancy the bridesmaid.
Yeah, or like, look at me ex though. You ain't nothing like her. Do you know what I mean? Whew.
You can't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, of course you can't do that. But I think the Arsenal fans are being insufferable again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll just be insufferable. They win it. But I think Liverpool, mind you, saying that Man City, as much as they've had 3 home draws, but don't ever. I still can't. They'll come back.
They're missing De Bruyne as well.
Yeah, but I still think that they've got the well, what's the word here? They've got the capability, we've seen it, to like now go on a run of winning all their games now for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So we've got that. So I think it'd be quite an interesting top flight fight, I reckon.
Yeah, yeah. Here's a question for you then, and in the chat. Could you see Villa doing a Leicester this year?
No.
No.
I think that they'll be fighting for between for the top 4 and 6 in that. They've got a good manager, they've got a good squad, but I just don't think, from what you've seen, I mean, Leicester were, I don't know, they were just on one that year. And they had a bit of luck, I'm not saying luck, but they had a bit where other teams were falling off. That season should have been Spurs' season, but they Spurs it right up, which was amazing. So yeah, I think it's going to be. I don't think they're going to get the rub of the green with other teams in that to do that. But I think they'll be aiming for a top 4. I reckon.
Yeah, I agree, mate. Ryan Bubble again. Beat Paul on pens. Beat United. Draw at Arsenal and lose to Brighton. I'd take that. I'd take that too.
I'll take that.
I'll take that all day, actually, mate. Yeah, definitely. And then we can see us. Yeah, get through to the next round. Definitely. Yeah, do you want to read a couple, mate?
Pew 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 pew. There you go. Go, Richie.
I'm only here for the sound effects.
Who would it be?
I haven't got the fucking fireworks. I need to work that all out.
I know, but he does it. I think he's got. Someone said he's got an Apple Mac or something, and when you do all this, it brings up.
Yeah, I'll do it again. Do it again.
What? Pew 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 pew.
There you go.
Pew, 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 pew. That's even better. That good.
Yeah, we're trying. We're trying over here anyway, mate. It's a bit backwards, so we're a bit running down on tech. Trust you or well, Mickey. Can you please send some? Oh yeah, you've done that.
Yeah, I've done that. Pew pews.
West Ham, Ryan Fulham, as your first game, would struggle to support West Ham with a 5-0 battering. Yeah, I'd agree with that. For any young fan that went there for their first game, I don't think they'd be buying their second game unless their dad buys it for them. Here we go.
Yeah, get rid of that one.
Yeah, West Ham Ryan sound like more in
block him.
Right, listen, I'm not. We don't block anyone on this channel, mate, unless they're really.
Otherwise, they're just going to go free for all and say what they want. Fuck it.
Oh yeah, if it's anything like your show last night, mate, they're going to give it to me at some point. Matt Rainey, Mickey just finished his show last night. Laughed my ass off. Pew pew, down under. Happy Monday. Yeah, Matt Rainey, nice one, mate. Hopefully you're enjoying this little combo. As I said, we're bringing the youth to the channels. West Ham Ryan, who do you think will be the next manager for us once Moyes goes? This is always a big question, and I think I haven't changed my opinion on it at all. But what's yours, Mick?
Wait, so who's yours? Who did you say?
Alonso.
Is that who you think or who you want?
Oh, think that's another. All right. Who I think we might end up with. I think we might end up with Carrick.
Do you really?
I just think because he's mouldable. So if Tim Stighton's come in to do a job, which is a project, and he likes to have the power of over a manager, Carrick's perfect for that. He's in the Championship. He's worked with young players there. He's built up a club that isn't that great. He's got them playing good football. Coming to us is an upgrade for a start, and he'd be happy for the opportunity to come to us, I think. And having to work under Stighton, I think that works quite well in that project terms. So I could see Carrick, yeah.
Well, listen, I've got to admit, I don't follow Borough or Carrick's areas at the moment. I don't follow it, but I'm sure I read somewhere that he was looking at possibly getting the sack, Carrick. I don't know how true that is because, like I said, I don't know how well he's doing.
He was at the beginning of the season.
Right, so that was at the beginning of the season. Okay, fair enough.
He didn't start well. He didn't start well at all.
Well, as you said, somewhat like with the question of who would you want, it'd probably be Alonso. There's a list of people who I'd like. Arnie Slot. There's just so many people that I would like. Who do I think we'll get next? I think that it'd be, left field. I reckon that it'd come out. I don't think many people will know about the next manager.
I think whatever manager we get in, I just want to see some fucking bit of passion on the sideline. Do you know what I mean? Like someone who looks like they know what they're doing. Because he looks a little bit like Souček when he's doing a celebration. He's a bit like all over the gaff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's that old sort of boy feel, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and like he's the only manager I think I've seen with a fucking pen and paper still. Like,
yeah, they usually.
Nothing wrong with it. Obviously, it could be working for him, but fucking hell, I just want someone with a bit more nous. You know what I mean?
No, I agree with that. I do like someone animated and shows a bit of passion and that. So yeah, I'll go with you. Epping, go on, boy.
Really up the Epping. Oh no, is that Epping, New South Wales? That might be in Australia, mate. I think.
Yeah, either way, good namesake.
Epping's Epping, isn't it? Yeah. Matt Rainey, I'm betting my house Arsenal is going to bottle it once again, and it will be out of Man City or Liverpool to take the title. Yeah, I'd probably say the same, but I'd love to. I don't know why, but I don't really like Villa, but I'd like to see another left field team fucking win it. Just that shows that they can. Yeah,
but it was that what's it called, isn't it? That saying when Liverpool won the league last time, and people didn't want him to win it, but I like seeing a different team win it. I do like it. Just makes the league a bit more better instead of keep getting the same people win it. But I think Man City will come back strong, and I think it's theirs. To be fair to you,
yeah. Go on, Mick, you take this, mate.
Remember, Mickey, the Arsenal fans are uneducated idiots who can't speak English because they're all a bunch of riffraffs. To because gang. All right, yeah. Well, no, what can you say? That I agree with it. They're all idiots, to be fair to you. Even though one of my little nephews is an Arsenal fan, which I, all right, but then the other.
Are you going to get an Arsenal top with rice on the back for Christmas?
That's what he wants. It's what he wants for Christmas, but I've not got him there. I can't tell you what I've got because sometimes he watches these, so I can't tell you.
Yeah, don't say nothing. Don't give it away.
Yeah, but how about this? So my youngest nephew is an Arsenal fan, but my other nephew, he's a Spurs fan.
Where do you live, Mickey?
It's disgusting. I'm in Arlo, Essex.
Oh yeah. So you're in between, aren't you? So
when I moved to here, it was So when I moved there, it was quite a bit of a shock because everyone was Spurs. I mean, because I was in East Ham for like my first 22 years, and everyone's West Ham, and like you could see the ground from like our flats that we was in. Do you know what I mean? So it was a big culture. So I come here, and I felt like I was the only West Ham fan at the time. Obviously, you ain't, but that's how it felt.
Have you got to have mates like we do and just like find each other like down the back streets and go, "Oh, you're a West Ham fan? Fancy coming to watch it with me?"
Do you know what it was actually? Do you remember the playoff final against Crystal Palace?
Yeah.
Right. So it was that. So obviously before Palace won, but then it was that. Then I just noticed a load of West Ham tops everywhere. Everyone was sort of seemed to be supporting the West Ham because we could have the opportunity to go in the Premier League, and it was just like that's how I just saw it. But then you see, especially like now, you get to know a lot of West Ham fans. You see people in my van. I've got a West Ham flag and all that gear, and they come over to me. You West Ham? Go you eyes, and you're like,
no, I've got the flag in there as a fucking joke.
What?
I've got the flag in there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. Matt Rainey, it is good to see Aston Villa, Newcastle, mid-table teams battling for the top positions. I can't stand seeing the so-called darling wank the top six and the positions year in and out. Yeah, I started watching that. What's it called? You know, with Overlap, Sky Sports show.
Yeah,
you watch it?
Yeah. Some bits, sometimes.
It's constantly fucking them six, man, that they talk about. There is actually no point in watching it. No wonder that we've got channels like this now and all fan channels where people will just come in to tune in to hear about your club. Do you know what I mean?
Of course I do. It's the same. It's the same when I was watching Sky yesterday for the West Ham game. They talked about it, but then it went back on. They had like an interview with Trent Alexander Armstrong for Gary. They had an interview with him, and they were talking about like the Liverpool and Man United game, knowing that they could have done that after the West Ham game. But it fuels that because obviously they're the bigger teams. That's where most of the fans are. But it's shafted. It's wrong, really.
Ronnie Bubble, we'll go for a few more, mate, and then we'll. I've got a couple of questions just to ask you, mate. I just want a couple of questions from you. Ronnie Bubble, the fans were brilliant at Fulham, though. I reckon if it was your first game, you'd be hooked by the atmosphere. Yeah, Dave, who was over there from us, he said it was amazing. He said it was such a good atmosphere. But that's West Ham, innit? You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if we win, lose, or whatever. We always have a good fucking time. It's a day out, innit? It's a day out of football.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've got my difference of opinion on that because of the change of stadium, but I don't think it's how it used to be.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the good old days, but yeah, but then that Fulham game, non-stop singing, just have it always like how it used to be. So yeah.
I think, like, especially for myself, like I went over there. I was going over every year, and then obviously my last game at Upton Park was against Watford when Noble scored 2 penalties. I think it was a night game. Noble scored 2 penalties. I think Andy Carroll scored as well. And that was my last Upton Park game. And then I started going, when I went back the following year, it was obviously at London Stadium, and it felt very fucking different. Like I didn't like it at all. But every year I went back, it was always getting a little bit better, and I've been back for 4 years, so I'm buzzing to get back just to see what it's all about now. Because I would see
you know what I mean?
I'd see the difference if there is a difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, hopefully, when your next game over there, we'll be like progressive and get the fans something to cheer about, and you'll find it amazing again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, mate. Oh, this is a bit of a left-hand side one. West Ham Ryan, I love Mourinho for the entertainment.
That's banter. That's got to be. Unless you mean Mourinho's entertainment himself, because the football ain't entertaining under Mourinho.
Yeah, I think he's saying Mourinho just for the entertainment value. But I'll tell you what, Mourinho, fucking hell. I couldn't have that. Don't know.
I couldn't have that. He was bored. I mean, his football was boring anyway. But then people will say, yeah, but he's a winner. But then when he went to Spurs, do you know what I mean? Not only did he not win anything, but he was boring to watch. I think that was my best time at the Spurs.
Him and Conte fucking couldn't win anything at Spurs, mate.
Nah,
and you might see fucking Andrew I can't even fucking say his name. Postecoglou, yeah, I should know it because I fucking see it every day and hear it. But he might not win fuck all. They might play a little bit of good football in there, but who knows if he's going to win anything?
Yeah.
Ronnie Bubble, pen and paper, for fuck's sake. Eddie Howe is forever scribbling down. Is he a dinosaur?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also fuck it. Yeah, all right. I will say
Yeah. You think he's writing down, but he's playing a game of Sudoku. That's what you don't see. He's playing that.
Well, it's just my opinion. It's what I see, and I'm like, I see a lot more tech stuff going on, and I'm thinking, well, what are they doing that we're not? That's all it is for me, anyway.
Yeah, you notice it more from Wes because you're a West Ham fan. You watch West Ham. You don't watch
exactly.
Newcastle.
That's it. Happy Happy Hammers. Hello, mate. Nice to see you in the chat. And again, off the back of 2 brilliant performances and 2 much needed clean sheets, bring on the bin dippers. Yeah, I've got a feeling we're going to turn them over. I said this when we played Spurs the other week. I do think we might get a result there. I think they're going to rest a lot of players. Like that Arsenal game's massive for them.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, that's what I think the same thing. I mean, they've still got youngsters that can play ball. Don't get me wrong, but I think we could turn them over. I think we will.
Yeah. Right. I'm going to go into with you, mate, for a little bit, right? Yeah, so obviously, how long have you been with Claret and Booze now, mate?
I don't know. You know, not ages. I think about 3 months. I think at a push. I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
maybe even not that long.
What got you into it, mate? What made you want to put your mug on YouTube and air your views, should I say?
Because I've always fancied myself. I'm joking. No, what it was. Look, listen. I've always been a big fan of Claret and Booze. Always. I think that they're light entertainment. They have a laugh and banter. I think it's a great channel. First and foremost, I'm a fan of Claret and Booze.
Yeah.
And then they started doing like do your voice note questions in. So then I started doing a couple of them, and they went down quite well. Obviously, they took the piss out of my voice and that, which is fine. I love all that. And then I was just sort of just saying stuff, and they were laughing, and then I sort of carried on talking to Nick, you know, here and there, and then one day he just said, "Do you fancy coming on the show, doing a show with us?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm well up for that." Do you know what I mean? I'll do anything. I'm up for anything. So I was like, "Yeah, I'll do that." And then that went well. And then the next week was their anniversary show.
Yeah.
And then he asked me if I wanted to do that as well. So I said, yeah. And then it sort of went like that. And then the chemistry, I think it works. Do you know what I mean? Like we sort of bounced off each other quite well. So then I think it just fell into place. And I'm so happy like to be on there because I really enjoy doing it. I really do.
Yeah. I mean, it is a hard thing to do, isn't it? Like this ain't a normal thing to do. Like putting yourself out there for everyone to fucking have a dig at you, and also put your opinions out there for it to be like batted back as well. But I think it's so important for these sort of channels to grow and get better by having people on and airing views. So then other West Ham fans, whether they like it or not, they'll watch it because it's the only outlet of West Ham news they get. Because as we said, Sky Sports, TNT, they don't really give us much coverage, do they?
No, and it gives them a voice as well. You know, like you can put their opinions across as well as ours, and it's a nice platform for that. I mean, regarding to say about I don't know how to say this. I don't want to sound big-headed at all, but I don't find it hard in the sense of putting my face out there and my opinions. Because if anyone does say anything, which they don't, every now and then you get one or two that say something horrible. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. Like not even I don't know these people, so it doesn't. When you say water off the duck's back, it's literally passing me. I don't take anything to art and that, and I just love having a laugh, and that's all I love doing. So,
and I think the show last night showed that. Like, and it's not just all about West Ham. You do have a good chat. You do have a bit of banter. And I'll tell you one thing from my point of view, like being over here so far away from it all, and like I miss that English banter, mate. Do you know what I mean? So watching shows like yourself and other channels, like it just keeps you feeling a little bit more connected to West Ham. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, like
I think it's
more
perfect.
homely feeling for you. That you say like right, like back.
Yeah, like as I said, I've been here 11 years, mate. Like I don't get to go to the games and stuff like that, as John knows, and it's just it's just one of them things where I can turn the TV on like I did this morning, watch your mugs, and it just makes me laugh, and that's all I need. And that's my little bit of home. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that you boys are doing it, and I'm glad that we're on board now and doing a bit of a combo show every now and again. I think it's class. And
I do.
It's a nice thing. Who's your favourite on Claret and Booze? There you go.
Can I choose myself? I mean, I do love myself. So do you know what? To be fair to
you can't fucking pick a January transfer window, mate. You
all right, fair enough. I'm like the kudos of the channel. So now, do you know what? To be fair to you, and this ain't a cop out, it really ain't. But
here we go.
No. All three of them, although like we've got the chemistry all together, but everyone brings something different to it. So you have got that. Do you know, like, so Nick, everyone loves Nick for his rants, and people love seeing that, and he's a wind-up. He's a wind-up as well. Like, he's a character. Gary, do you know what I mean? Everyone loves Gary. You got to love Gary.
I love Gary.
Yeah, of course you do. You got to, and especially when he starts talking all like street and that. It's one of my favourite things.
He did it last night.
Sometimes you don't realise he does it, but he starts talking like a roadman, and it's brilliant.
I said that last night. I said he started trying to chat like an Arsenal fan TV person, and I was pissing myself. And I put that up in the chat. I saw you laughing. But
he does, that's what you do. Like, it's hard because when people put stuff in the chat, I can read it, but I can't comment on it. I'm not hooked up for that yet, and so then I do try and look at it, laugh and point at, but it's easy for me. They ain't got a clue what I'm pointing at to. Do you know what I mean? But it just happens like that. And John really thick skin. Do you know what I mean? He does take a lot of his head and that. And I love John, but obviously there's that little, not to say that it's like that joking rivalry thing with me and John, because John's sort of like, behind, you took all my thunder, and that he don't mean it. Well, I hope he don't mean it, but I think all the boys, they're just so like it's just great. I think they're all brilliant. To be fair to you, well, who's your favourite then, right?
Oh, I'm fucking now. This
you can't just ask me that question and not answer it yourself.
I've got to be honest. I love the dynamic of the boys. I really do, because I think they're brilliant as a three. But when you came in, I do think that you injected a little bit of punch. Do you know what I mean? And it's true. I'm not just saying it because you're in front of me, because you're 24 hours fucking flight away from me. But like, I do think that you had a little bit of punch. So I've got to say, Mick, I think you might be up there for me, mate. I think
nice one, right?
Yeah, I will say that.
Maybe blush.
Wait until next week when I've got Nick or Gary or John on. I'll probably say the same thing.
Yeah, of course you will. You've got to keep everyone's sweet, yeah. Nick was your favourite last week, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, exactly. But, mate, that was a great little combo show, I thought, mate. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did. I was at work, so I went on to fight like literally minutes. And I commented, as you saw, and you said, well, jump on if you want. And I just couldn't because I was at work. So, do you know what I mean? Just in case the manager was seeing me live on the YouTube and I should be working, so I couldn't do that. But no, like I said, it's a great show. I do like the channel. I like the channel before we got in a sort of a collaboration. Anyway, as you know, there's a good few times I was commenting on your lot, like on your channels a lot.
No,
it's just I found it hard to watch it live because of the time difference. That was all it was. Otherwise, I would have been more interactive in the chat at the time.
Yeah.
But you do like a Thursday show, don't you, Ryan?
Thursday night, which is probably about the same time now. So actually, we normally go live 15 minutes ago your time. So I don't know what time that is there now. But,
yeah, so like at the moment, it's like 20 to 11.
Yeah, so normally we're on at 10:30 your time.
Yeah, and I'm just like banging in the middle of work then, do you know what I mean? So that's why. But then I always watch it after.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that you're watching it. And anyone that's in the chat who haven't liked and subscribed already, hopefully you've enjoyed this little combo. As I said, it's been the youth. It's probably been the I'd say the looks of the channels, to be honest, but it's up to you lot. You let us know in the comments below.
Don't say that. John ain't here. John's gonna hate that. he right smartened himself up last night for it. He had the
did you see how he tried to change the angles and everything as well? It was even funnier.
Did you see? Because I didn't notice this. Other people might have done, but he changed midway through the He put his pajamas on. I didn't even notice until right at the end.
Oh, mate, he's blinded. He just sits there in his pants, fucking on his phone. It's brilliant.
Eating his nuts. He loves it.
Oh, mate. Well, mate, we'll leave it there. But hopefully we get a nice little win Thursday morning for us, I think it is. So hopefully we beat Liverpool and then have a good night out in Australia and Brisbane on Saturday night against Man United. 10:30.
Oh, let's have it, mate. Let's have it.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Mick. Appreciate it, mate.
No, I enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it. And I said, I'm pleased with both collaborating on the channels. I think it's excellent.
Yeah, mate. Nice one. Cheers, brother. Nice one.
Cheers, Ryan.